Hello everyone, so today we are going to explain about country risk. Country risk is a collection of risks that are associated when banks investing in a foreign country instead of investing in the domestic market. The risks included are exchange rate risk, economic risk, political risk, and sovereign risk. Each country has different type of country risk, some having higher risk, which means banks are not encouraged to do any type of foreign investments in that country.
Mitigation of country risk. There is no solution to avoid country risk when it begins to disturb business plan. However, there is a basic rule of action to mitigate the risk. The simple solution is to do a little research, either by paying a report from a consultant or doing some research on its own by using the many free resources available on the internet. Next, buy a political risk insurance. Multinational companies can go to one of many organizations in selling political risk insurance and buying a policy that will compensate for bad events. Because premium risk depends on the country, industry, the amount of risk insured, and other factors. Besides that, is to deal with the temptation. Bribery is a common thing in the business, but it is still an unethical thing. If bribe action is dismantled, then this can be an event that destroys the reputation of the company internationally. Lastly, practice smart banking. In recent years, the world has noticed how the US dollar has become more reactive to international political events. An option here is to deposit money at bank with branch in the region where you conduct your foreign business operation or institution that work with local commercial.
So now we are going to explain in details about political risk and sovereign risk.
Political risk. Political risk consists of what is political risk, types of political risk, example of political risk, and the last one is analysis of political risk. Political risk is the risk an investment's return could suffer as a result of political changes or instability in a country. Types of political risk. Business factors arising from marketplace business are also impacted by political decision. Second, variety of decision government makes that can affect individual businesses, industry, and overall economy. Risks that arise from political changes in a country, such as tax, spending, regulation, currency valuation, labor laws, and trade tariff. Next, example of political risk. Next, let's move to political risk analysis. Sector overview for political analysis. Political risk analysis examine the political climate and social condition of a particular country, region, or market to determine the level of political risk. Next, although political risk analysis could apply to the domestic activities of business, in practice it usually comes into play when a business is considering activities in other country. How political risk can be managed? Political risk can't be avoided, but it can be managed. Organizations make a serious mistakes when they ignore or underestimate political risk.
Let's proceed with the sovereign risk. Sovereign risk is the chance that a central bank will implement foreign exchange rules that will significantly reduce or negate the worth of its forex contracts. It also includes the risk that a foreign nation will either fail to meet debt repayments or not honor sovereign debt payments. Sovereign is one of many risks that an investor faces when holding forex contracts. These risks also include interest rate risk, price risk, and liquidity risk. Sovereign risk comes in many forms, although anyone who faces sovereign risk is exposed to a foreign country in some way. Foreign exchange traders and investors face the risk that a foreign central bank will change its monetary policy so that it affects the currency trades. Sovereign risk also impacts personal investors. There is always risk to owning a financial security if the issuer resides in a foreign country. Below is the example of sovereign risk.